Okay, so welcome again. I guess the recording just started. Welcome again. This is me again with another lesson. Welcome. Today we're gonna tackle Unit 5, which is titled Food, and this is page 42. Okay, let's buckle up. So let's get started with Unit 5.1, My Fridge. If you know the meaning of fridge, if you don't know the meaning of fridge, it's that thing, the thing that we put our food in. Yummy. A lot of food, huh? Okay, so let's look at the people and see their fridges. People, like this man, and see his fridge. And let's answer those questions, like, what do you think of their ages, jobs, and personalities? So here, number one, we can look at this person and his fridge. It's obvious that he is like perhaps a young businessman. He has some healthy food here, some vegetables. He has some Chinese food, probably he orders a lot, milk. And let's look at this one, the other one. Oh, it's full. It looks like a family fridge. It has a lot of water, bread, cheese, and even chicken, vegetables, and so on. Cool. So here, let's look at the words, and let's look at the words here. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to zoom in. Not that way. Yes, that way. Right. So we have here some new vocabulary. Let's look at them, and then let's match them with A or B, these people. Cheese, cheese. Of course, it's here. Next one, banana. Again, we can see the banana here. Apple. I guess both of them. Let's check this here and this here. Okay, eggs. Eggs. I don't see eggs here, but let me check. Where are the eggs? I can't find them. Let me see. Eggs. None of them have. Okay, none of them have. Right. Fruit juice. Fruit juice, again, I can't see it. A pear. Pear, it's B. It's in B here. You can see it here. Yeah. Peppers, I can see them here. And butter. Butter. I guess it's let me check. No, we don't have it. Garlic, this one here. Milk, it's again here. Potatoes, they're here. And here as well. Salmon, it's a silent L. This one is a salmon. And broccoli. Broccoli, we can see it here. Strawberries, here as well. We can see them here. Right. So now I want you to match those words to the word nets here. For example, fruit, you write fruit. Vegetables, you write vegetables. Meat and fish, you write them. Drinks and others. Take 1 minute and order the words. Okay, let's check if you were right. Yes, fruit, we have an apple, pear, strawberries. Vegetables, we have peppers, garlic, potatoes, broccoli. And drink, we have fruit juice, milk. And meat and fish, we have chicken and salmon. And others, we have cheese, butter, and eggs. Nice. Let's go now to the language bank. Here we have a language bank. We will learn some words related to food. Yummy. Okay. So we have 26 words. We have 26 words. I'm gonna show you the answers directly. You can pause here. I strongly advise you to pause here and try to match them. Try to see what words do you know. Then start the video again and see the answers, which I will show you now. Yes. Right, let me zoom out. We have onion, onion. Onion is J. We have beans, E. We have cabbage, cabbage, K. Where is K? Okay, you can see it here. Yes, here, cabbage. And we have, what is this one? Yes, peas, and it's G. This one here, peas. We have lettuce, which is L. Then spinach, which is A here. Spinach. And we have, yes, aubergine, which is F. And we have a corn, which is, let me see, corn on the cup. Yes, H. It's H. Let me try to find it. A, B, C, D. Yes, here, this one, corn. And we have grapes, this one. We have also an orange, which is C, oil, N. MN here, you can find it. We have a lemon, which is D. We have tomatoes, where are the tomatoes? Yes, M. We have oil, I guess here I saw oil, like I was zooming in, zooming out. Okay, cake, which is Z, the last one, yummy. We have biscuits, X. We have ice cream. Before ice cream, we have yogurt, sugar, ice cream, bread. We have rice, pasta, cereal, noodles, beef, lamb, and browns, which is the last one, T. You can find it here, this one, seafood. Okay, you can get back to here anytime you want. This is again page 152. Check out the new words. You have the pictures. Yes, do your homework. Right, let's go back to unit 5.1, and here it goes. Okay, now countable and uncountable. We're gonna go to the language bank and check the countable versus the uncountable. So let's go to page 136. Yes, the important point of the entire unit. They're telling you there are two types of nouns in English. We have the countable noun, the countable nouns, and we have the uncountable nouns. Let's first start with the countable nouns. Countable nouns are things you can count in English. 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, a banana, an apple. Potatoes. So for example, 1 boy, 2 boys, right? So these words that we can count, they are called countable nouns. We have something called uncountable nouns, nouns we can't count, like rice, like water, like bread, and so on. Drinks are usually uncountable, like coffee, tea, juice, but you can count them with like things that we measure them with. For example, you can say 2 glasses of water, 2 glasses of juice. You can say 1 cup of coffee, and so on. It is also possible to use containers or amounts with the nouns to show quantity. I just told you that. We can say glasses of water, 3 glasses of water, 2 kilos of rice, and so on. Now, the uncountable nouns, we deal with them as a singular noun. For example, water is good for you, not water are good for you. There is sugar in the coffee, not there are sugar in the coffee. Okay, so you deal with it as a singular noun, or you deal with them as singular nouns. So since we just learned the countable and the uncountable nouns, we will learn some tools we use with them. We have a, an, some, and any. Okay, with countable nouns, singular countable nouns, usually we use a, like it's the indefinite article. We use it to say that we have like a banana, and it's not important which banana is it, just a banana. And when it's plural, we say some bananas. The uncountable, we cannot say a, and with them. No, we can't. We say some rice. Now in the negative, and instead of some, we use any. And here in the countable, you can use any, and you can use an or a, no problem. And the negative and the question, we use any. In the positive, we use some for the uncountable. For the countable, you can use a, and with singular, and plural. In the positive, we use some. In the negative, we use any. Let's see an example. We've got a banana. In the uncountable, we say we've got some rice. Or you can say in the countable, we've got some bananas as well. We haven't got an apple, or we haven't got any apples because it's plural. You can now in the uncountable, you would say we haven't got any bread. You cannot say an bread or a bread. Just say any bread. Have you got a pear or any pears? In the uncountable, you would say any pasta. Let's see why. They're telling us we use a, an plus singular countable nouns. For example, I need an egg. A, and plus singular countable nouns. Singular countable nouns. We use some plus countable nouns or uncountable nouns. We've got some vegetables, no problem. We've got some butter, no problem. With countable and uncountable nouns, no problem. Some, it means like we have some, but it doesn't have an exact number. Okay. We use any with plural nouns, plural countable nouns or uncountable nouns, just with plural nouns. We use it in questions and negatives. Have you got any sweets? There isn't any milk. Usually we use some to ask for things or offer something to a person. Like for example, some coffee. So we use some with the questions when we're asking about something or when we're offering something. Would you like some tea? Would you like some food? And so on. Okay, I guess this was easy, and I hope you understood it. Now let's move to the exercises. They are telling us, look at the sentences and correct the mistakes in the 6 sentences. We have here 6 sentences. I believe we have here 8 sentences, but we have mistakes only in 6 sentences, and we have 2 sentences without any mistakes. So look at them, find the mistakes, and correct them. I'll give you a minute, then I will show you the answers. Okay, let's check the answers. So, do you chickens? There is nothing called chickens. We say chicken. Again, garlics, it's uncountable, and we say garlic. In the third one, it's correct. Lily hardly ever eats fruit, correct. 4, again, wine is a drink, so we don't say wines, we say wine. And prawn, we just say prawns here because it's countable. 6, butter, it's uncountable. And okay, butter on my bread, not margines. Again, this is here uncountable. Okay, and the final one, the final mistake here, there are water on the floor, on the table. Totally wrong. You say there is water on the table. Now, cool. Remember the words we just learned? I want you to look at the customer buy. Now write a, an, or some, and the types of food here, the food that you can see here. I'm gonna give you half a minute. For example, here, the first one, E, it's some bread. A, an, singular, some, plural. Go ahead. Well done. Well done. Let's check your answers. So here, A, we have a banana. B, we have an orange. C, we have some chocolate. And D, we have a sandwich. Yummy. We have then a chicken, a cucumber, some yogurt, some fruit or orange juice. And we have some butter, some biscuits, and some milk. Here you have the answers if you want to screenshot them. Well done, everybody. Right, now we have here a conversation between a man and a woman. Want you to read it and fill the gaps. Okay. Right. You can pause and then you can just try to do it. I'm gonna show you the answers and I can read it to you. Man, what is for dinner? Well, let's see. Oh no, we haven't got any eggs. Plural and a negative. So I can't make an omelet? Ah. Is there any spaghetti? Again, you see, is there any spaghetti? Again, here a question. Yes, there is a packet of spaghetti. Can you see how they made the the uncountable as a countable? Like, I have a packet of spaghetti. Have you got any tomatoes? Yes, but there is only one. Oh, is there any butter? Yeah, we've got some butter. Great, so dinner is spaghetti with butter on it. Yummy. Okay. Let's go back to Unit 5, and here it's time for listening. Okay, let's see how we're listening. They're telling us, read the text above. Why does Andre take photos of people fridges? Who are the people in the photos? Okay. So let's read here. What do we have? Sorry. The title is You Are What You Eat. Very true. So are you the food? Sorry. Are you the food in your fridge? Photographer Andrei Banka asks this question and tries to get the answer in his latest photo project. I travel around the world and I usually stay with friends, not in hotels. I always take photos of my friends, and last year I started taking photos of their fridges too. It is amazing what a fridge can tell you about a person. Oh, so he's taking photos for their fridges to tell us about them. Let's listen, and then we will answer the questions. Let's just listen the first time.
I travel around the world and I usually stay with friends, not in hotels. I always take photos of my friends, and last year I started taking photos of their fridges too. It's amazing what a fridge can tell you about a person. Look at this picture. You can see right away it's a single person. Probably lives alone. There isn't much food in this fridge, and maybe he doesn't like cooking. There's some takeaway food here, Chinese takeaway. There's not a lot of food, but he's got some broccoli, some peppers, and an apple up here. Oh, and some garlic. I know he's a big meat eater. Let's see. Has he got any meat? Okay, in this photo he hasn't got any meat, but I know he likes meat. Look at all these vegetables and fruit. I mean, he tries to be healthy. And I know him well. His name's Vinny, and he lives in New York City. He's single, a businessman, a quiet, serious guy. He buys fruit and vegetables, but he doesn't often cook. He often has takeaway food or goes out to restaurants. Look at this one. All this food. They've got some fish here, some chicken, a roast chicken, ready to eat, and there's a big pasta salad and some really nice cheese. They've got all this water because they do a lot of exercise, and they like having water with them when they go running or play tennis. You can see they try to be very healthy. Just look at all that fresh food. But the main thing is, all this food is ready to cook. That tells me that these people are friendly. They like having friends for dinner. And it's true. Mike and Liz are really friendly. And I love staying with them because they're funny and intelligent, and there are always lots of people around in their apartment. I stay with them every time I go to Lisbon.
Great listening. Now, let's listen again and look at the people fridges here, and let's write about those things. A for the first one, B for the second one, or for both of them you write A, B. Let's listen again and write the answers.
Unit 5, Recording 2.
I travel around the world, and I usually stay with friends, not in hotels. I always take photos of my friends, and last year I started taking photos of their fridges too. It's amazing what a fridge can tell you about a person. Look at this picture. You can see right away it's a single person. Probably lives alone. There isn't much food in this fridge, and maybe he doesn't like cooking. There's some takeaway food here, Chinese takeaway. There's not a lot of food, but he's got some broccoli, some peppers, and an apple up here. Oh, and some garlic. I know he's a big meat eater. Let's see, has he got any meat? Okay, in this photo he hasn't got any meat, but I know he likes meat. Look at all these vegetables and fruit. I mean, he tries to be healthy. And I know him well. His name's Vinny, and he lives in New York City. He's single, a businessman, a quiet, serious guy. He buys fruit and vegetables, but he doesn't often cook. He often has takeaway food or goes out to restaurants. Look at this one. All this food. They've got some fish here, some chicken, a roast chicken, ready to eat, and there's a big pasta salad and some really nice cheese. They've got all this water because they do a lot of exercise, and they like having water with them when they go running or play tennis. You can see they try to be very healthy. Just look at all that fresh food. But the main thing is, all this food is ready to cook. That tells me that these people are friendly. They like having friends for dinner. And it's true. Mike and Liz are really friendly. And I love staying with them because they're funny and intelligent, and there are always lots of people around in their apartment. I stay with them every time I go to Lisbon.
Let's check. Let's check if we got the answers correct. And yes, tries to be healthy, both of them, is serious A, funny B, and likes having visitors, of course, B, like cooking, B as well, and eat takeaway food, A. Now, let's practice what we studied from the language bank with a, and, some, and any. We already studied this in the language bank, and now just let's check the examples here. Yes, we've got here as a count of a peer, one peer. Now the uncountable noun, we've got some grapes, and let's read all the countable nouns and then go to the uncountable nouns. Sorry, the countable plural, and then we go to the uncountable nouns. So countable singular, this column here, so countable singular, we've got a pear, we've got a banana, we've got a tomato. Now the countable plural, we've got some grapes, we've got some orange, and we've got some carrots. This is the countable plural. Now let's go to the uncountable. We've got some water, we've got some, no, we haven't got any cheese. Have we got any milk? Okay, great. Now, oops, sorry. Now I'm gonna leave you this as homework. Gonna show you the answers. Right. No, I will leave it as homework. I'm gonna show you the answers tomorrow. Now let's move on to the next unit. Yummy food again. Today's lesson is all about food. Sorry. Okay, let's check. Right, they're telling us, look at the photos or look at the pictures, A to G. Here we have all of those things. What food or drinks can you see? Let's match them with the words here. We have bowl, we have a jar, bottle, bag, a cup, a tin or a can, cartoon, packet, a glass, or the last one, a mug. What do you think? Think about them. All right, let's match them. Vowel, this one, F. A jar, this one here, a jar, here is jar of honey. A bottle, bottle A, water. Bag, bag, this one, bag of beans. Cup, J, cup of, here, I think this is an English tea. Okay, a can, and here we have it. Okay. Of course, this is a cartoon of milk. The can is D. Yes, this one. Cartoon is B. And we have a packet. A glass. A glass is E. Glass of orange juice. And we have a mug. Mug has a handle. It's H. Nice. Now it's time for reading. Okay, let's try to read. Okay, the first time we read,
Unit 5, Recording 4.
The first time we read, we will listen to it.
Unit
and we'll
5.
Look at the
Record
text here, but the text has some gaps. So you try to fill the gaps while you're reading. Then we will, I will show you the answers and play it again. Don't you worry. Sorry. Okay, this is good.
Recording 4.
4.5.
Sorry, this is not the recording.
7.
Unit 5, Recording 5.
How much food does an average person eat in a lifetime? And how much do they drink? The answer is a lot. Do you eat meat? Meat eaters in Europe eat 21 sheep, 1,200 chickens, and 4.5 cows in their lifetime. Or do you prefer fish? Japanese people eat about 69 kilos a year. That's an amazing 4,830 kilos in a lifetime. If you're a vegetarian, do you like beans? On average, Brazilians eat about 4,010 kilos beans in their lives. Beans are popular all around the world, from Latin America to Asia. Why is weight a problem for so many people? The average American has about 4,500 kilos of sugar a year, often as part of food and drink. Soft drinks have an average of 7 spoonfuls of sugar in a can or bottle. And how many cookies do Americans eat in their lifetime? Over 35,000. How much water, tea, and coffee do people drink? An average person drinks about 60,000 litres of water in their lifetime. People in the UK drink about 980 cups of tea a year, and the top drinkers in the world are from Finland. They use 13 kilos of coffee beans a year. Maybe it isn't surprising that people use 61 rolls of toilet paper a year. That's about 4,300 in their lifetime.
Okay, surprising information over here. Now, let's check the answers. Right. So the first one is 21. Next one is let me check here. It's 1,200. And the third one is 412. And the number 4 is 4,010. 5 is 7. 6 is 35,000. And 7, 60,000. 8, 980. And 9, 61. Finally, 10 is 4,300. Let's listen again, and this time with the answers.
Unit 5. Unit 5. Recording 5.
How much food does an average person eat in a lifetime? And how much do they drink? The answer is a lot. Do you eat meat? Meat eaters in Europe eat 21 sheep, 1,200 chickens, and 4.5 cows in their lifetime. Or do you prefer fish? Japanese people eat about 69 kilos a year. That's an amazing 4,830 kilos in a lifetime. If you're a vegetarian, do you like beans? On average, Brazilians eat about 4,010 kilos of beans in their lives. Beans are popular all over the world, from Latin America to Asia. Why is weight a problem for so many people? The average American has about 4,500 kilos of sugar a year, often as part of food and drink. Soft drinks have an average of 7 spoonfuls of sugar in a can or bottle. And how many cookies do Americans eat in their lifetime? Over 35,000. How much water, tea and coffee do people drink? An average person drinks about 60,000 litres of water in their lifetime. People in the UK drink about 980 cups of tea a year. And the top coffee drinkers in the world are from Finland. They use 13 kilos of coffee beans a year. Maybe it isn't surprising that people use 61 rolls of toilet paper a year. That's about 4,300 in their lifetime.
Great. So great and surprising information. Now it's time to move to the grammar section. As you remember, we studied something called countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, nouns that we can count. For example, I told you an example as 1 boy, 2 boys, 3 boys, and so on. This is called a countable noun. 2 boys. Now, what about the uncountable nouns? The uncountable nouns, they are nouns that we can't make them plural because they're just can't be counted. For example, water. Can you count water? No, but we can put them in, when we put them in containers or measurements tools, we can count them. Like, for example, we can say 2 glasses of water. Right, so now we'll learn how to ask questions about those nouns. We have something called how many, and we have something called how much. We say how much food because food is an uncountable noun. How much food does an average person eat in a lifetime? We just read this in the reading. However, cookies is the plural of a cookie. And we can ask how many, because how many is for the countable nouns. How many cookies does the average American eat? The rule says we use how much with uncountable nouns, and we use how many with countable nouns. As easy as that. Tick. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, huh? Okay. Right, so we just finished this one. Let's move on now to the next one. They're telling us match the words below with the pictures A to D. Right, we'll learn some words that tell us about the quantity of things. So we have not many, which means not a lot, oh, so many, none, 0, quite a lot, it's like a lot. Okay, let's see now. This is none. You have an empty dish, 0. Not many, it's like just not many. Okay, many, less than many. Quite a lot, it's like less than a lot, but still a lot. A lot, it means so many. You can see it here. Okay, I guess so far so good. We'll go to the language bank to do some exercises about how many and how much. Hey, welcome back. So now we're gonna go to how many and how much and the quantifiers. This is 5.2 and this is the language bank on page 136. 136. Okay, so we have first something called countable and we have something called uncountable. They are the nouns that we like we talked about in the last unit and just a few minutes ago. Okay, so we will start with countable. We use how many with countables, like with countable nouns. For example, how many apples do you eat? This is a question here. Quantifiers that we can use here, the quantifiers are a lot, lots, the same meaning, quite a lot, not many, and none. This is easy. Now let's go to the uncountable. We use how much. For example, how much coffee do you drink every day? The quantifiers, all of them the same. You can use them again here. Let's see now. Let's see how do we use them. They're telling us use how much, how many to find out the amount or number of like something. We ask questions with how much plus uncountable nouns. I just told you this information. For example, how much sugar have you got? How much milk is there in the fridge? And so on. We ask questions with how many for plural countable nouns. I just told you this information as well. How many tomatoes are there in the bag? How many vegetables do you eat in a week? Now, let's go to the quantifiers. We use quantifiers for short answers, like shortly answer the how many, how much questions. For example, how much cheese have you got? You say none, or a lot, or quite a lot, and so on. We use a lot, lots of, for example, lots of cheese, we say. Quite a lot, or quite a lot of, again, you can write the noun. Not many, not much, and then you can put the noun. Again, many for countable, much for uncountable. Example, I don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't drink much water. Okay. Now, the last one we use no plus noun. For example, there is no milk. We can't say there is none milk. Okay, time to go to the exercises. Again, here we have 2 of them. The first one, we need to complete the questions with how many and how much. I'll give you a minute. Okay, let's do them together. How much tea? Again, you can see tea is uncountable. How much tea or coffee do you drink in the evening? How many people? People is countable. The singular of it is person, a person. How many people are there in the room? Again, tick. How much homework? Homework is an uncountable noun. Be careful. How much homework do you do every day? And how many eggs are there in the omelette, in an omelette? How many hours do you sleep every night? And how many children have you got? This is easy. Now let's move on to the next one. We need to this picture here, and we need to use is, or, plus. Lots of, quite a lot, not much, and many, none or no. Okay, give you a minute. Okay, let's do it together. Of course, in the picture, there's quite a lot of water, and there are quite a lot of women, or a lot of women. There are no men. There aren't many empty glasses, just 2 of them. There isn't much food, just a few. There is a lot or quite a lot of fruit juice. You can see them here. Cool. Now let's go back to unit 5.5.2. And yes. Okay. Now we're not gonna tackle the speaking because obviously you're not here, but we will complete the sentences with how many and how much again. I'll give you a minute sentences and try to use how many or how much. Then we will Okay, let's do it together. Right. How many times does a 6-year-old child laugh every day? Weird question. How many times does a person laugh every day? How much milk? You can see much with an uncountable noun. How many words? Words is countable. How many words again? Words countable. How much shampoo? Shampoo is an uncountable, is a liquid. How many friends? Friends again, countable. And how much hair? Hair is an uncountable noun. Okay, it's time now to go to the next unit, 5.3. And let's zoom in to the first section here. Right. We will match the words. We have 7 words here, and we have their meanings. We have a menu, chef, dish, bill, order, a tip, a waiter or waitress. Waitress is a woman, waiter is a man. And now let's match them with their meanings here. Obviously, a menu is a list of food with prices. And a chef is a person who cooks. A dish is a food cooked in like a special way. A bill is a, you know, when you pay at the end after you finish the food. Order is to ask for food, not just food, but here, since we're talking about restaurants, a tip or a tip, here a tip, it's the money that you give to the waiter for the good service you get. A waiter or waitress is the person who brings your food, like this one here. Cool. Now, let's look at the expressions from A to K. Where do you usually hear them? You write R for restaurant, FF for fast food restaurants. Look at them and write R for restaurant or FF for fast food restaurant. Okay, let's listen and tick. Wait, before we listen, let's check if a restaurant or a fast food restaurant. You can pause here and read them. Oh, okay. Okay. For example, would you like something to drink? It's in a restaurant, small, medium, or large. It's in a fast food restaurant. And can we have the bill? It's again restaurant. Are you ready to order? Restaurant as well. Is that eat in, like to eat it in a restaurant, or takeaway? Of course, this is a fast food restaurant. Thanks. Have a nice day. Again, fast food restaurant. Tonight's special is, and a restaurant, afternoon. What can I get for you? It's again fast food restaurant. Large fries with that, fast food, FF. Good evening. A table for 2. Of course, this is a restaurant. Anything else in both of them. Now let's listen and take the expressions that we hear.
Unit 5, Recording 6.
Good evening. A table for 2?
Yes, please.
By the window?
That's fine.
Can I take your coats?
Thank you.
Would you like something to drink?
Yes, please. Could I have an orange juice, please?
And I'd like a cola, please. And can we have a bottle of mineral water, please?
Certainly. The menu?
Thank you.
Tonight's special is chicken à la chef de Saint-Germain de Paris Rive Gauche.
What's that?
It's grilled chicken with potatoes and green beans.
Is it French?
Not really.
But it has a French name.
Well, that's true. It's very good. Are you ready to order?
Yes. I'd like some soup and the special.
The same for me, please.
Thank you.
Good. So here are the expressions we heard: A, D, G, and J. Good, great. Now we will listen. And we will complete the sentences. Let's listen again.
Unit 5. Recording 7. 1,
Could I have an orange juice, please?
2,
Can we have a bottle of mineral water, please?
3,
I'd like some soup, please.
4,
The same for me, please.
Okay. If you wanna listen again, you can go back in the recording, listen to it, and then try to guess the words. So number 1, could I have an orange juice, please? 2, can we have a bottle of mineral water, please? I'd like some soup, please. 4, the same for me, please. All right. Now, let's look at the conversation here. We have a conversation here, and let's try to use the words in the box to make the sentences, or to add the words to the sentences to make them correct or more polite. Okay, let's do it together. Right, so good morning. Oh, sorry, good evening. Would you like something to drink? Yes. Can we have 2 coals and some water, please? Fine. Are you ready to order? Yes, we'd like the fish and the chicken. Would you like vegetables? Or we would say, would you like any vegetables? Yes, please. Right? We've got carrots, beans, and spinach. Could I have some carrots and some spinach? The same for me, please. Yeah, it's like a restaurant language. Right, now let's listen to the customer in a restaurant. Let's check. If they are polite, we write P. If they are not very polite, we write N. Let's listen to the customers and write N if they are not very polite, and P if they are polite. Polite means like someone with good manners.
Unit 5. Recording 8. 1,
Could I have an orange juice, please?
2,
Could I have an orange juice, please?
3,
Can we have a bottle of mineral water, please?
4,
Can we have a bottle of mineral water, please?
5,
I'd like some soup, please.
6,
I'd like some soup, please.
7,
The same for me, please.
8,
The same for me, please.
Okay, let's check. So the first one wasn't very polite. Next one, P, he was polite. 3, again polite. 4, not polite. 5, polite. 6, not polite. 7, not polite again. And 8, polite. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Yes, speaking. Again, we can't have, I believe we did this speaking. Oh, okay. Right. Maybe there are new students. So you can do this conversation together or with your friends. Here you have a menu. You can role play, like have one as a, a waiter and the other one as a customer and order something from here. Now, let's listen to the conversation in a fast food restaurant and see what does the man order and circle the correct answer.
Unit 5, Recording 10.
Afternoon, what can I get you?
The jackpot special, please.
Is that eat in or take away?
Take away.
Large fries with that?
No, medium.
Something to drink?
Cola.
Small, medium or large?
Small.
Anything else?
No thanks.
That'll be $9.95.
Okay.
Okay, obviously it's B. Right, so I believe we covered unit 5.3, and this would be all for today. If you have any questions, any inquiries, feel free to reach me out. See you tomorrow, everyone, and wish you a good weekend.